I gotta hear this story. Your business model revolves around housing. You realized the incentives for realtors didn't align with the vision, and all the realtors quit?
Yeah, so we went into this change with our eyes open, that although we were fortunate to have amazing people working at Axe, that this change was going to be too much probably for one of them or two of them. And it wound up being too much for all of them.
I didn't make them quit, but I did create a new incentive program to incentivize the right things, right? They accepted the challenge and walked out.
And all of them decided to pursue other opportunities. Actually, a number of them in real estate, still doing good work in the community, but they didn't necessarily need a nonprofit to support their efforts. The work they were doing could work under a traditional brokerage model.
The incentives that we had didn't get them to focus on the vision. It was kind of cutting off the branch we were standing on, because our numbers went down. Like, it was painful. It was a couple years of pain.
Making some of these changes, just because you feel like you have this clear vision, does not mean that every decision is going to be a fun one. At times, it means you need to make some painful decisions that ultimately resulted for a couple years in us seeing flat sales.
Honestly, I don't know that I could have done that. Cutting off the branch you're standing on, all in service of a bigger vision, is a very bold move.
There was some second guessing and some questioning, like, I think you went too far. Maybe we need to push back a little bit more in the direction we were in. We held the line and stayed where we were, and now we're reaping the benefits of that.
We used to have realtors who were full-time employees with benefits and commission. And part of this transition was to switching them to a more traditional model, I guess, where they're commission salespeople. Now, our commission structure is very different than the commission structure of a traditional brokerage, but nonetheless, they're commission people. And so one of the fears we had when we made that transition was, are we going to discourage the collaboration that we want between our team? Are they going to not participate in the life of the team in the way we need to be successful with families? And actually, we've seen the opposite. Even though our prior realtors were full-time employees with benefits, because there wasn't the vision alignment, they didn't necessarily seek out the opportunities to connect to members of our team, to really work as a group to support a family versus as independent people circling around a family. Since we made that switch, we've had this incredibly steady, growing group of realtors who are every bit as committed to the mission as any other member of the team. And it's not that they're paid by the hour or that they need to have their butt in the desk, right? It's that they believe in what we're doing, and the vision has been it's been absorbed by them.
The clarity of vision with, motivating new employees, it's a simple one. When you come into an organization and you are told, this is who we are, this is what we do, this is how your job contributes to that. It's been a powerful way of helping the staff to get up and running quickly.
Now that we have the whole team aligned around the correct vision and a compensation structure that we believe really supports that vision well, we've seen a 66% increase just in the last 4 years in our URQ transactions, the most important space that we want to work in. And that would not have been possible with the comp structure that we had previously, because it was fueling a lack of alignment.
Attracting, hiring, and motivating new employees, what does all that have to do with vision?
It's sort of a cop-out, but I feel like clarity of vision, it helps us in all the ways. So we're doing a lot of hiring right now because we're trying to better meet the needs of our community. We're growing to do more. And having a clear vision that we can lay out to the candidates for the jobs at Axe, it's letting us attract better candidates for those roles, people who are really excited about what we're doing, because we think our vision is super compelling. Our whole team thinks it's incredibly important. And when you're meeting with people that are that passionate about the vision of the organization, and everyone in the organization knows what good looks like, it makes it much easier to attract good talent. It also makes it easier to retain people. If you've got people on your team that are excited and clear on the vision, it lets them know how they can add value. It lets them know what good looks like, and it makes it exciting when you know that you're not on an island. Everyone in the team is pushing us forward in the same direction.
And what are some of the less, shall we say, monetary examples of some of these incentives?
So we've done a lot over the last 5 years to make ACTS a more attractive place to work. And while some of that has happened with sort of traditional compensation and benefits, the most important thing we've done is we've built this culture that people really enjoy. When you interview for a position at ACTS, you get to meet people who are just so excited about the work they get to do. You get a feel for how dynamic a place this is to work.
We have to maintain a great culture so that we can attract the talent that we want to the team, and we can keep the talent we already have on the team. And that can't be window dressing. You can't say that you're an organization that cares about talent and culture and you're not investing in your employees. The little things, like the doorbell.
That's the big celebration. The doorbell ring is for URQs only. After the closing, so there's a rally of as many staff that's available, that's not busy in a meeting or something. We all go in and the family rings the doorbell and we all celebrate and cheer.
I think it's created a really positive atmosphere around people want to be a part of those, even if it's more work, even if it's challenging, because they know those are the deals that are the biggest impact. Those are the deals that people are going to be really patting you on the back for, asking you about, and it's contagious. And so it's not just about me being a champion for URQs, it's really pervasive. Everyone knows that that's the most exciting thing we do, and who doesn't want to be a part of the most exciting thing an organization's doing? That's where the fun's at. Anyone in any sort of organization wants to feel like they're a part of it, but especially an organization like ours, a mission-driven organization, it's personal to people. And so I think what our capabilities have done, what our vision has done, is it's let everyone feel like they're a part of it. You understand where we're headed, you understand what our priorities are, and you now have a language, if you think we're headed off course, to help us get back on course. And that's not something that is you stepping out of your role. That's what we want from everyone.
But hang on, other incentives, like as simple as, bringing some chocolate or donuts into the office, and people love food. So, just saying.